We've all been there, promising ourselves that this will be the year we finally hit our goals and become the best version of ourselves. But then it's January 5th, your motivation is gone, and suddenly those New Year's resolutions seem impossible to achieve. In this video, I'm going to show you how to stop that cycle for good and make this year the year you change your life. I'm so excited because it is time to set better goals. I want to be fully intentional with my goals this year. I want them to really match the person that I want to become, the lifestyle that I want to have. I want them to be really fulfilling and to really match my authentic self, because there's no point in just plucking goals out of thin air because you saw that person doing them or that person doing them, or you saw on social media, or you saw something that inspired you and you kind of like, but at the same time it's not authentic to you. So that is why before even writing down any type of goal, we need to sit down and journal about it and just think about the person we want to become. I still have some space in the 2024 journal, so I think I'll just continue here because there's no point in buying another journal and just have them all add up, as you can clearly see. I really believe that gratefulness is the currency of manifesting. If you are grateful for the things you did get in the past and that you're getting right now, you will get more things in the future. And that's why I will start my journaling session by just thinking about things that I'm grateful for. And now we can start thinking about the next year. You really need to just fully imagine yourself at the end of the next year and think about what will you have achieved? What type of person will you be? What will your daily routine look like? And it's so important to make this about identity, about the type of person you're becoming, because then the journey will get easier and the goals will get achieved faster. Instead of thinking, I want to get good grades this year, think more about the journey. Think about what type of person gets good grades. That's probably the type of person who revises daily or who studies consistently, who doesn't put everything off to the last second. Even if something happens, maybe you get a bad grade one day. It doesn't matter, because you are still a person who studies, you are still a person who revises, you are still a person who's on top of the game. That external accomplishment, getting a good grade or not getting a good grade, doesn't matter anymore, because what you're doing on a daily basis is so much more important. The person that you are and the habits that you have are so much more important and so much more fulfilling. We are often also so strict about our identity. We say, well, I'm lazy, based on the fact that maybe in the past few days we've been lazy, yes, but that doesn't make you a lazy person. You have acted in a lazy way for the past few days, that's fine. Maybe you finally managed to relax, maybe you got to really recharge. You are not a lazy person. It doesn't make laziness your identity. But if you keep telling yourself that you are inherently a lazy person, you will be lazy, you will not be productive. So if you want to become someone, tell yourself you are already that person. Show up as that person. I bought this little note thingies and I'll just put them on the new vision for myself for 2025 so I can find it easily. It's just so inspiring to think about who you want to become and all of the possibilities that you have and how limitless the world truly is, because there is so much abundance, there's so much space for everyone. You constantly see people reaching their goals and doing absolutely amazing things, and if they can, you can too. I actually remembered, I think 2 years ago, I posted a video in which I said something that I do not stand by anymore. I said something along the lines that we need to be realistic with our goals and blah blah blah. No, I take that back. Dream big. Allow yourself to dream big. Think about all of the things you really want to do and write those down. You might not achieve them in 1 year. You might not be that type of person in 1 year. It doesn't matter, because honestly now I can just say I prefer to dream big and fail at big goals than to just keep myself small in order to accommodate for other people, in order to accommodate for my own insecurities and my self-limiting beliefs. I don't want to do that anymore, so I am going to dream big. Thank you very much. I am convinced, and no one can convince me otherwise, if you have a dream and you have this feeling of, I want to do this in my life, I know I might be able to do this in my life, that comes from somewhere. And it's a sign from the universe or from God or from whatever entity you believe in that there is a future version of you that has already achieved that thing. So you know you can do it. It's just a matter of believing in yourself that you can actually become that person and reach that goal and live the life that you want to have. The people who say you cannot achieve your goals and you're dreaming too big, those people usually don't achieve anything in their life. Why? Because they don't even try to. They don't even have big goals. They cannot even think past their current situation. I was just reading my 2024 goals and I wrote it in the present tense, and it's actually insane because I was describing how I will feel in 2024 and it's exactly how I feel. Some of the details in there are just crazy accurate. It's so interesting. And also I was reading about the things that I really worried about when looking back on 2023. So doing the same thing that I did this year, last year, the things that back then felt like so huge, so dramatic, so like earth-shattering. I barely even remember them now. Like, yeah, I remember they happened, but it's fine. It's not that deep. Life went on. Life got better because of them. It's so crazy. It's time to take everything one step further because now we are setting goals, and not just any goals, SMART goals. Specific, measurable, actionable, relevant, and time-bound goals. So what I will do is I will grab my little trusty journal and I will go over multiple areas of my life. Kind of like a wheel of life where you have different areas of your life and you think about them one by one. This really helps you be super specific and make sure that the goals are relevant, because again, if we're just plucking goals out of thin air, we might forget about areas of your life. So let's go over every area individually and just write down some goals. Last year I started with social goals. Let's continue. The way I did it last year, and I think this worked really well for me, is I first wrote down an intention. For instance, I want to maintain social connections and build new ones if I come across people that match my vibe. And then from there I can just write down a goal. For instance, the goal for this would be to maybe organize a get-together once a month. Sounds good. So this is what it would look like. And then I just continue with this for everything else. I've gone through a bunch of categories. I started with social, which means friends, family, also relationship to myself. Then I have university, also career, then social media, health, financial, and general. And the best part about SMART goals is they already tell you what you need to do. For instance, if you have the intention of getting fit, it's not very specific. It's hard to know what you need to do in order to get fit. Just say that for the year of 2025, you want to average 3 workouts a week. And now that helps you know exactly what you need to do in order to achieve your goal. You don't need just to like wait around and see what happens with this intention of getting fit. You know exactly what you need to do. And it makes it so much easier, especially if you haven't set goals before. If you just try to wing it and it didn't work, this is an amazing thing to try. It's so easy. All you need to do is to have an intention and then take that intention through all of the components of a SMART goal, and then you'll end up with a goal that is SMART. When setting goals, a lot of people skip this step, and that is unacceptable. I will not tolerate that on this channel. It's amazing to think about your goals, to make your vision board, to look for pretty pictures on Pinterest, but that is not enough. Not arguably, I'm not arguing over this with anyone because I'm right. The most important step is to have a system for your goals, because systems make your life easier and they make your goals become reality. When you have a system, you know exactly what to do, how often to do it, when to do it, and that's how over the course of a year you're gonna achieve all of your goals. So what I'm doing is I have my little Notion template here. What you do is you just type in all of your goals. You go through the goals you wrote down, you write down all of your goals, you put them into Notion, and then you think about when you want to do these. So I love quarterly goals. I think 12 weeks is a good time frame to achieve goals. There's also a really good book called The 12-Week Year, which you should definitely read, or just listen to the summary on short form, as it explains this concept of having quarterly goals and how it's way easier to achieve your goals if you do that. You also have a habit tracker, so you can just immediately think about some habits that will help you achieve your goals. A system is, for instance, the fact that you do wake up earlier so you have time to go to the gym and then afterwards you go directly to work. Or the way that you do something. If you want to start a business or you want to, let's say, create videos on YouTube, it's really good to have a system. How are you going to write those videos? How are you going to film them? Which day of the week are you going to edit them? That is a system. And I know it's not pretty. It's not, making an aesthetic vision board, but this is absolutely necessary and you cannot skip this step. I once heard this really good example about systems. Having a goal is, for instance, you want to win a match. Let's say a football match. You're not going to win it if you just stand around and look at the scoreboard. But if you have a system, so you have a training plan, you have an eating plan, that is your system. And that's going to help you achieve your goal. Not just looking at the scoreboard and hoping it changes in your favor. So please, for the love of God, if you want to achieve your goals this year, think about your systems. And now this is the part that I love, because now that I have my goals, I get to go through Pinterest and pick out pictures that really resonate with my goals. I can then build my vision board. And this is so exciting. It's always so fun. I love this step. So for instance, this goal of having a once a month get together that I organize. Already so many cute ideas. Like, look at this. I've already done this with the girls once, like a painting night. This is good. This resonates with me. I don't love the colors. I don't fully love the vibe of it. I think a picture that you're gonna put on your vision board should really resonate with you. Like, it shouldn't just be aesthetic and nice looking, but it should just truly resonate with you. So I will just scroll down. Then, for instance, I get this picture, which is much more my vibe. And then I can just save this to a board that I title Life in 2025. If the pictures are aesthetic, it doesn't really help you because the goal doesn't mean anything to you. Those pictures represent nothing. But if they're not really aesthetic, like they don't resonate with you visually, then it's a little bit hard to imagine yourself being in that situation and actually achieving those goals. So I feel like you need to find a good mix of both. What I'm also doing, because sometimes I come across some really nice quotes, I'll also save those because I think it's also good to have a few filler pictures. But they're not just like good sounding quotes, but actually quotes that have intentions. For instance, I just found one that says, "Stop waiting for everything to be perfect to be happy." That's not just a live, laugh, love type of quote. That's actually a good intention and a good goal to have. I got a canvas, but the thing is it has 3 canvases inside. I don't know which one I will use. It seems like this one is the size of my old vision board. Then I also bought glue because last time I did everything with double-sided tape and it took forever. And yes, this time the pictures will be soggy, but at least I won't have to just glue and glue and glue for hours on end. I got a candle for the vibes. And one of the things I loved last time is that I had some white marker that I used to write on it. And so I bought pink sparkly markers this time. I'm excited. I think it's gonna look so good. I just got home. Honestly, I'm pretty tired. I need to go on a trip tomorrow. I need to pack for that still, and I still got a bunch of stuff that I need to do. Also, my place is a mess, and I thought maybe I'll just clean it after my trip. But no, but this is not the vibe I want to start my new year with. So I'm actually gonna just clean. Let's just get this over with. Let's clean my space, because a clean space equals a clear mind, and I want to go into the new year with a clear mind. I feel like a kindergartner with the way that I'm cutting these, because I'm not cutting them very nicely. And this is something I learned last time. There's no point in perfecting them and having perfect straight edges, because you're just gonna stick something on top of it and then the edges don't matter anymore and you just wasted a bunch of time, because that's what I did last year. I'm kind of giving myself the ick right now with the way that I'm cutting. Look at this. This is not straight at all. But at least I'm efficient. My initial plan was to use the big canvas. I don't think I'll do that. I think I'll use the small one because I don't think I printed enough pictures for the big canvas. I had 6 sheets of pictures with maybe like 8, 9, 10-ish pictures on each. They're not enough pictures to have the big canvas, but for the small canvas, there are definitely way too many pictures. We'll see. Let's let the creative process flow. I already glued one piece of paper because I was making a TikTok. I just laid them out first and I didn't glue them because I just wanted to see how they look and if they fit and everything. And I decided to put some papers away. Like this one is just too big and too white and too ugly. This one also didn't match the vibe. This one, again, just a quote that I don't know where it could go. I have a different running picture, so... How many running pictures did I print? Actually, I kind of want this on my vision board. I'm so glad that I bought this type of glue because last year was a big no-no. It took forever to glue it and this is... Oh. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. I think there needs to be a point where you say, okay, I've done enough, and I feel like the point is right now. I hope everything is glued. We'll find out, actually. Oh my god, this scared me. What is this? I could overlay something here, because here it's everything just like perfectly aligned. I'll use this picture. Perfect. I do not want to know what is inside of this glue. I got glue on my fingernail and my nail polish is peeling. That's fun. If I will start putting nails in the wall so I can hang this, my neighbors are actually going to move out probably. So this is the magic moment. There she goes. I love her already. Last time I had bigger pictures and the vibes were not really aligned. It's actually Christmas Day and it just feels like the perfect moment to write a letter to myself. I have to admit, this is not an original idea by any means. I saw this on TikTok. She glued an envelope into her journal and she wrote a letter to her future self. And I will try to find the video again. I'm not gonna glue an envelope into my journal. I like having just text here. Honestly, it gets really emotional when you look back and you see how much your life has changed in a year.